So when we're thinking of vectors, there's sort of two major ways we use them. So one of those is to connect up points in the plane. To say, I've got a point here, A, and another point here, B. And I want to talk about the relationship of A and B. So I want to think of there being a path from A to B like this. And this is a vector that just points from one location in the plane to another. The other way that we use vectors is to specify points in the plane themselves. So I'll call these sort of algebra vectors. Okay, so if we take a point in the plane, we want to specify some coordinates for it. So what we do is we start drawing at the origin and we draw an arrow out to the point P. Okay, so for the geometric ones, these can start anywhere and wind up anywhere else. So this is the vector from A to B, and we write a little arrow over it to indicate where it travels. And this is the vector P like this, that points to that one specific spot. Okay. Okay, so one of the ways that or one of the tricky things about this is that we use the same notation to write down both kinds of things. So So if we want to specify points in the plane, we specify them with this kind of algebra style, right? We say this point has x coordinate 1, y coordinate 2. Right? So when we specify this, we're specifying A as a vector in this algebra sense. But if we want to find a geometric vector, we get that AB, we can calculate its coordinates by subtracting these guys. Okay, so this winds up being 2. So if we plotted AB, we'd be using this kind of sense. To plot A, we use this sense, so we go 1 unit, 2 units, and if we plotted this guy B, we go 3 units, 4 units. Line connecting them would be that geometric vector A to B. Okay, so when we write down this notation for AB, what we're really specifying is a vector parallel to AB that starts at the origin, right? So this guy, when we write this down, we're really writing down the coordinates of something parallel to it that starts in the origin. Okay, so sometimes it's helpful to have both of these pictures in mind. I want to do one particular example with orthogonality that came up last week.